The solution, I think, is actually mentoring the kids. You've got to find opportunities at an earlier age to teach these kids normal societal expectations, how manners are supposed to be executed, how to interview for a job, learning the dire consequences. I think that's the main thing that a lot of kids that are fatherless, they talk about all this fatherless kids. The main thing is that they lack accountability. And man, when you have a kid that grows up in an environment like that who doesn't feel like they're accountable for anything, I mean, there's your dangerous dude right there.
Yeah. I mean, I agree completely. I guess the big question and the toughest part with that is, it's like, okay, that makes sense. This is what we need to do. But, how do you actually do that? Because to me, without a father in the home, I mean, that's a 24/7 gig. Like if you're trying to do community policing or Boys and Girls Club stuff, mentorships, things of that nature, like that's such a small percentage of the interactions that a child has with adults.
Absolutely.
And so if 95% of it is negative and 5% of it is, people trying to make a difference, like it's kind of a losing battle.
Sort of, except, really creating, if you take a neighborhood of, 20 kids that are around the same age and you can get 3 or 4 of them in a program, there's programs around that particular hood in particular that mentor children of incarcerated parents, and they're mentoring the mothers also. And then you have more peers that are seeing success, and it's got to be incremental. And I know there's still people working on, prison release, and how can these guys survive? They now have choices that are 1 deep instead of 1 million deep on choices that they can make, because they're not even allowed to do half the stuff that you would normally choose from. And that's great, and it's absolutely necessary. Like I said, we just got to look at it like this is a problem where we don't need to get a SWAT team and go in and arrest human trafficking victims and then just stick them back on the street. If that's all you're doing, you're just wasting time and manpower, because that's a part of the solution that's super important. But unless you have the help that they need to provide after the fact, then they're just going to be the next one you find in a month later, right? Yeah, and it's the same with those kids. It's a matter of just taking it case by case, getting them early enough to start really teaching them how to have real confidence and to see that their ceiling isn't here. Yeah. That's why I think most of them just are looking at their peers and like, well,
this is what I have.
Yeah, and we sell dope because I'm just trying to feed my family, and you hear that all the time.